we as humans in our lizard brain have associated round numbers like hundreds and 50s with like significance. So we're just gonna lean in. We're just gonna I'm done fighting it. I'm done fighting it. And I looked it up. I was looking up that the 2017 Texas high school football season, obviously we had some milestones, a lot of records broken. We can't predict what those records are going to be broken. But we can predict certain milestones that are coming up. You know, we had a feeling before last year that Phil Danaher at Corpus Christi Calallen had a good shot at becoming the all-time winningest coach in Texas high school football history, and he did. Well, here are some milestones that we could be seeing in the 2017 Texas football season.
Oh boy!
Let's start with coaches. Okay. Let's start with coaches, and there are the list of coaches who have won. The list of coaches who have won 250 games is a short list, a list that does not take long to call roll. Right now, 27 coaches have won 250 games.
That's not many.
That's not many. We could have 4 join that list this year, which is
basically the 3,000 hit club of high school coaching.
250 is like, it's like exactly right. It's like the 3,000 hit club.
It's about the same number.
Here's who's almost certainly going to do it. Larry Hill at Smithson Valley.
Can't believe he hasn't already done it.
He's at 247.
Yeah.
Needs 3. I am going to go out on a limb.
I'm going to trust them.
I'm going to go out on a limb. They're going to win 3 games this year. Another guy who I feel pretty good about, Duncanville's Reginald Samples. He's at 244.
Yeah, that's
they only
need
need
6
this
year. Yeah.
It feels like 6 feels pretty pretty much a lock. 7 wins away at 243 is Jerry Bomar at Orange Grove.
Yep.
Okay? He's got a good shot at it, I think, with 7 wins. A little bit of it would take a good year, but I think very doable. Brian's Ross Rogers is at 241. So he's pretty close.
Yeah.
And then there's guys who have a chance at making 200. And the 200 win mark is pretty short to call roll as well. Only 90 coaches have ever won 200 games in their career.
Bomar's at Beeville now.
Beeville, correct.
Waydale Jones.
He's at Beeville Jones, correct. Yeah. I'm sorry. It's listed, I think, because he's won the most games at Orange Grove.
Yeah, I get that.
Anyway. So, we could have as many as 3 more coaches join the 200 win club. Mm-hmm. Pearland's Tony Heath is probably going to do it. He's at 195. It would be pretty surprising if Pearland didn't win 5 games this year.
Right.
So, Pearland's Tony Heath in just 20 seasons is going to make the 200 win club. That's pretty amazing. I believe it'll be his 21st. This is his 21st season. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, not bad.
Kennedale's Richard Barrett has a chance.
Okay.
He's at 189. Now, that's a stretch, and they're losing a lot.
But they got the running backs back. I think that's important.
But 11 wins could do that. Also at 189 is Jack Welch at Copperas Cove.
Okay.
So there's 11 wins there. Those are manageable. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about programs now. Okay. Bigger programs. Highland Park became the first program in Texas high school football history to win 800 all-time games last year. They were at 801.
Okay.
Their state championship win was their 801st all-time win. Well, we're not going to have anybody get to 800. The next biggest one is Amarillo at 770. Okay. They're at 770. They're the closest.
Ways to go.
They're not going to make it this year. I guarantee it. Amarillo will not win their 800th game this year. I'm telling you.
You heard it
Amarillo's
here first.
not winning 30 games this year. But we do have a number of teams that could reach the 700 win plateau. Okay? Refugio's probably going to do it. They're at 698. They're probably going to do it.
Yeah.
Corsicana's probably going to do it. They're at 699. Okay? They're probably making it to 700. Abilene has a shot. They're at 685. They probably have to win a state championship to get there. Longview. You'd think of Longview would already be there. They're at 695. So they're probably getting there this year. You got another handful of programs that are probably going to get to the 600 win mark. San Angelo Central's at 597. Probably a lock to get to 600 this year. Kerrville Tivey's at 594. I know they had a rough year last year, but 6 wins and they get to 600 wins. Clifton is at 592. They're 8 away. Dangerfield's at 589. Crawford's at 590, and Wink is at 587. Wink's that's it will take a really special year, but all of those teams could be in range. And finally, we have teams as far as playoff appearances is concerned. So another place where they lead the pack, Highland Park has the most playoff appearances. They have 58 playoff appearances. We have enough, but there are only there are 3 teams in the state that have 50 or more playoff appearances.
Okay.
Highland Park.
Yep.
Amarillo. Hondo. Hondo's got 50. You wouldn't think that, right?
Yeah.
We could have one more join that. Plano. Plano's been stuck on 49 for a couple years. But one more and they will get to 50. We have another handful of teams that could make it to 40 all-time playoff appearances. Alice, Salina, Childress, Crawford, and Seagraves. Could be a big year for Crawford. They could get to, with 10 wins, they would get to 600 wins, and they would also get to 40 all-time playoff appearances. And then the 6-man ranks, the leaders there, Jonesboro and Jayton, have each made it 31 and 30 times, respectively. But knocking on the door, Borden County, the reigning champs, you got to think that they're a favorite to get to their 30th. Yep. And Cherokee, the Indians, could get their 30th as well. Those are round numbers. See, it's fun with round numbers.
I guess.
These are milestones that we could be reaching in 2017 if things break right for each of these teams. We'll keep you, of course, posted on TexasFootball.com.